Hello and welcome to my channel. My name is Ray and I am going to read to you the Holy Bible, one chapter at a time. So go ahead and pop in your earbuds or put on your headphones or just turn me up in your car and let's get started. Welcome and welcome back. I'm glad that you have stopped by today because we will be reading chapter 6 in the book of Genesis, continuing on with our Genesis series. I'm so very glad that you came by to join me, and you are so very welcome. Okay, so if you're ready, go ahead and turn me up and let's get started. Are you ready? Chapter 6. When man began to multiply on the face of the land and daughters were born to them, the sons of God saw that the daughters of man were attractive. And they took as their wives any they chose. Then the Lord said, My spirit shall not abide in man forever, for he is flesh. His days shall be 120 years. The Nephilim were on the earth in those days, and also afterward, when the sons of God came into the daughters of man, and they bore children to them. These were the mighty men who were of old, the men of renown. Okay, before we move forward, let me make 3 points about the word Nephilim. One, it is translated. That's the Hebrew translation for the word giants. And so the text could read, the giants were on the earth in those days. Now, how I came about that understanding is by using the features in my Bible, which is something I encourage you to do as well. One of the features in my Bible in the footnotes of each chapter, on each page actually, there are what is called alternative translations. And the alternative translation for Nephilim is the word giants. And my third point is Nephilim, the Nephilim, are also referred to as the fallen ones. The Lord saw that the wickedness of man was great in the earth, and that every intention of the thoughts of his heart was only evil continually. And the Lord regretted that he had made man on the earth, and it grieved him to his heart. So the Lord said, I will blot out man whom I have created from the face of the land, man and animals, and creeping things and birds of the heavens, for I am sorry that I have made them. But Noah found favor in the eyes of the Lord. These are the generations of Noah. Noah was a righteous man, blameless in his generation. Noah walked with God. And Noah had 3 sons, Shem, Ham, and Japheth. Now let me ask you a question. Are you surprised that Noah found favor in the eyes of the Lord? Because the reason why I ask is because when you look at how we got to know Noah, the generations before him, there's some really special people along the line, right? So if we go back to chapter 5, we can start with Seth. When Adam fathered Seth, he fathered him in his own likeness and image. And we already talked about that Cain and Abel was not introduced the same way. When Enosh, Seth's son, was born, Enosh, at that time, the Bible says at the end of chapter 4, it says that people began to call upon the name of the Lord. Okay. Then you go all the way up down to Enoch. Enoch, his great-great-grandfather, Noah's great-great-grandfather, walked with God until he was not. And then Lamech, what did he say when he named his son Noah? He said, this This is chapter 5. He said, this one shall bring us relief because the ground was cursed. Remember? Also, Noah walked with God. And I don't know if you noticed this, but everyone in chapter 5, when we was going down the generations of Adam, had other sons and daughters. Noah had and was named all three sons. And there is not a recording yet that there were any other sons and daughters. So we know how significant these 3 sons are if we don't know anything else. Okay, and then we know how special and different Noah is as well, just by looking at what the author of the book of Genesis has laid out before us. Now, when we're reading the Bible, things can sound repetitive, okay? And so you can get bored with it, but I want you to learn from this example that even when it sounds repetitive, and even if it makes you bored reading, just know that God is up to something, okay? What is written in the book is in the Bible. What is written in the Bible is inspired by God. Yes, man wrote it, but it is inspired by God. So therefore it has a purpose, okay? It's what God wanted you and I to receive, okay? So with that said, even though it was very repetitive, the theme in chapter 5, it was telling us that God is up to something. Verse 11. Now the earth was corrupt in God's sight, and the earth was filled with violence. And God saw the earth, and behold, it was corrupt, for all flesh had corrupted their way on the earth. And God said to Noah, I have determined to make an end of all flesh, for the earth is filled with violence through them. Behold, I will destroy them with the earth. Make yourself an ark of gopher wood. Make rooms in the ark and cover it inside and out with pitch. This is how you are to make it. The length of the ark, 300 cubits. Its breadth, 50 cubits, and its height, 30 cubits. Make a roof for the ark and finish it to a cubit above, and set the door of the ark in its side. Make it with lower, second, and third decks. For behold, I will bring a flood of waters upon the earth to destroy all flesh, in which is the breath of life under heaven. Everything that is on the earth shall die, but I will establish my covenant with you, and you shall come into the ark, you, your sons, your wife, your sons' wives with you, and every living thing of all flesh. You shall bring 2 of every sort into the ark to keep them alive with you. They shall be male and female, of the birds according to their kinds, and of the animals according to their kinds, of every creeping thing of the ground according to its kind. 2 of every sort shall come into you to keep them alive. Also, take with you every sort of food that is eaten, and store it up. It shall serve as food for you and for them. Noah did this. He did all that God commanded him. So that's it for chapter 6. Stay tuned for chapter 7. And until then, you be blessed. And don't forget to be a blessing. And if you like this content, please like, share, and subscribe. Until next time. Mwah.